How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? How you getting it in? Body getting it funny. What's going on, people? Ooh, what's going on, people? It is the day of another day. We call Sunday. Anybody being said, what's going on, people? Come on, let's do it. Let's wind this video. Come on, breathe in. Breathe out. Oh, this has been a strange couple of days. I didn't share with you. I went to a funeral. Some family member of my family, passed away and stuff, and it's very interesting. Very interesting. You know, I'm not going to put everything out there as far as that, because you already know my past, and as far as my family, you already know the situation, as far as me rocking and riding by myself and stuff. But I'm going to tell you something in life, and I only leave it because one day I'm going to die, and you probably hit on this video, and I passed on, and I'm dead, and you know, and I try to leave little messages to save the next person, you know, from different things that I went through, you know, to save you from pain, and I don't want you to hurt, and I try to tell you things because I don't want no one to ever go through what I went through in life. I don't want you to ever be punished like I've been punished. I don't want you to feel less than like I've been felt less than. I don't want you to run with someone to try to help them that would only betray you and deceive you, and for you to walk into a room and have them talk about you like a dog, and all the time they have to do is share their feelings about you, and you could have just left. You know, so I try to share different things with you because I don't want nothing to happen to you, you know, as far as what I've been through. It's kind of like a heads up, you know what I mean? You know, so you don't have to suffer like I did. I don't think no one should ever have to suffer like I have. You know, and it's a bad thing, but I try to find a greater good in a lot of things, like with the ones who rock me like you know, who understand my story, my journey, where I don't have to explain everything to you because you're like, okay, I already know where you're coming from. You know, for those type of people, for the people, you know, that come on the page, you know, just to break me down or try to tear me apart, you know, to show they hate towards me. You know, and the thing about it, I want you to always understand is that don't never let no one take away from your story. Remember, your story needs to be heard. Your story is your life. Your story is something that is very important to you. And I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. We're going to break it down to as far as your story. You know, you ever talk to someone and you say, well, this is what I'm going to go, oh, wait a minute. Well, let me tell you how I would have handled it. Okay, let me find you a better example. Okay, give you an example. My mother passed away. She's died. You know, and I'm going through dementia and stuff like that, and, you know, my mother did this to me, and I was like, you know what my mother did to me? Well, let me tell you what, you think your mother did something. My mother did this to me, and my mother treated me bad, my mother threw me on the streets. You're not listening to that person's story. You actually took their story and you made it all about you. Now you're expressing your feelings of what you went through, and you're comparing those of what they went through. Well, you never even listened to what they're trying to tell you. So be very important when you're trying to tell your story, and people who look on, let these people tell their story. Sometimes their story has nothing to do with you. Most times it don't. It has nothing to do with your past. It has nothing to do with how you handle things. It has nothing to do with you. Let this person tell you their story and hear them out. And the thing about it, if they ask you, how do you feel about this, or what you would do, then you share it. If they don't ask you, just listen. Sometimes they just need you to listen. And if you feel as though you could give advice as far as helping them and say, listen, I'll tell you this. You know what? Would you do this with me? Would you just pray with me for a second? Because I'm hurting right now too. Can we just do this? You know, when you just say, let's just pray together. You know, sometimes that little thing means a lot to someone who's broken. You never know when someone's telling you that story, and they may be really broken, and they're coming to you because everybody else done tell them. So the thing about it is that let these people tell their story, and don't make their stories about you. And if people say, well, I feel as though I can tell them to save them and stuff like that, then I ask you for saving. Then I ask if you do anything. All they're asking you do is to listen. And then there are some people out here who say, well, I feel as though I know better as far as their life. It's about you then. you're not listening to their story. You know, and a lot of times I learn when people don't really get acknowledged for the story they're trying to tell someone. And, people say, well, nobody has to agree with the things you feel. So you say, you're right. No one has to agree with me for what I say. And I never said that I was perfect. I always told you I need you more than you'll ever need me. That means that I made you know that you are important to me. I tell you I love you. I tell you thank you for sharing love in case no one told you they love you today. You know how many times people have gone through their whole month and nobody never said they loved you at all? But they care about you, but they never say I love you. 3 words. Never even said to you. How many people told you they love you this week? Can you count? I know I told you I love you. You watch it in my videos. If I feel as I can't tell you within my heart or my thought, I love you. And the ones I say I love you to, it's the ones who understand my journey, understand yours, and we rock it together. You might say, well, oh, you don't love the ones who understand you. I have a love for you. But if you don't understand my story and you're coming against me, you're not giving me love. You're giving me negative energy. And that type of thing that you're giving me is through your story, through your past. And now you feel as though since everybody can't listen to you, you need to attack someone else too. Now you're not bringing food to the table so all can eat. Then why are you sitting at the table? Because everything you're sitting there with is not going to help anyone along the way. So I try to sit back and I try to let people know, that your story is important. And sometimes we have to stop and just listen to people tell their story. It's pretty simple. And you feel as though you can't do that, or you're the kind of person like, I really could care less about this story, then you still what you do. Instead of you listening, say, listen, I love you to death, but I really gotta go. Because I would prefer you say that than just hear their whole story and say, okay, bye. Because they'd be like, well, damn, you made them feel less than. Don't waste their energy, telling you stuff that you really don't care about. If you don't care, you don't care. And for the people, when they let you know they don't really care about your story, that's a wake-up call to you that they're not your friend. They're not running with you. They're not rocking with you. And some people say, well, that doesn't mean I don't care about them because I don't want to hear the story. But if you're a friend, this conversation right here, we're having here, would not even be talked about. Friends listen to friends. Shoot, even though people who don't even like people listen to people's story, to try to, to give their point of view if it's asked for. But a lot of times it's not asked for and they don't give it. And the sad thing about it, and I learned in life, is that people love to show another person hate. It's so easy. You can judge a person fast. Oh, I can see what's wrong with you. And the thing about it is a person can show you something. Well, I would do it like this. Or they can show it out there. Well, you know what? I would do it like this. They didn't ask you. If they didn't ask you, don't give your opinion. Now, if they come to you and say, I need your help. Can you help me? Those are words of can you help me? They're asking you. But if people are not asking you, and I learned that with a lot of people that I live in my life, people love to give negative opinions. And I use 2 people that come to mind, Jay-Z and Beyonce. And the reason why I use them is because they're human, they have their flaws, but no one is celebrating the fact that they're together. Everybody wants to say, oh, they're just this, they're that. They don't celebrate that they're together. Y'all say all this stuff, but they still hold hands walking through pictures. They still grab it, they still hold. But you don't see that. You focus on the bad. And I learned that with a lot of people. They only see the bad in people. They never see the good. No matter how much good things you do, people focus on bad. So like I said before, don't get mad at someone who says negative comments. Enjoy the fact that they're sharing it with you. Because you're being taught something that day. They're not for you. Now what you need to do is remove them. Sometimes you got to take the negative to move out the way so the positive to come in. Let me say this again. Sometimes you can remove the negative out your way so the positive can come in. You can't surround yourself around negative things and expecting positive results. That's just my opinion as far as how I feel. If you don't feel that way, that's okay. But I didn't ask you. Anyway, the being said, I just want to share that with you and stuff. And, be careful of the people that you help in life. Because everybody you may help may sit back and tell you when you did nothing. Which I went through yesterday. It's powerful. But I'm going to tell you who was in the room in church. And this is for all my Bible thumpers. And this is to my Bible thumpers. I was in that church, sitting next to my girlfriend. And I'm going to tell you something. It was powerful. It was powerful. Very powerful. And the thing about it was, I was ignored, but that was okay. I was there for one person. That was the person that passed on. And the thing about it is, sometimes you have to accept your truth. It may not be the truth that you want, but it is the truth. So don't tell people, oh, Lord, please just give me the truth. Just give me the truth. He's like, I've been giving it to you. You can't handle the truth. I've been giving it to you. I showed you this. I showed you that. But I don't want you want. You want the lie. You want these people to be for you. And I keep showing you. And I keep showing you. But I'm going to tell you something. I sat there in that church. And I was very quiet. And I was very still. I was broken. I was hurt. But I held it on the side because of the treatment I was being treated. And that preacher got up on that podium. And I said to myself, well, here it comes. You know, and I take things back to the videos like I see about the transsexuals being murdered and the gay people, the Christian people come on my page and attack me and, you know, you're this and you're that, repent, repent. And I'm saying, okay, here we go. He got on that podium, on that preacher, and he said, looked over right at me, and he said to me, people look you right in your face that you done everything for, and they act like you ain't did nothing. You ain't did nothing. And I said, wow. He said, don't worry. Your reward is on the other side. Don't you worry. See, I had a plan. The girl who brought me there to the funeral had a plan. But God had a bigger plan. He delivered that message to me. He told me I may not get the things that I want here on this earth, but my rewards is building on the other side. And that's just something I want you always to keep in mind, that things that may not be going the way you want here, but your rewards is building. So don't you never despair and feel as though you're all alone and not going through this journey by yourself, because your rewards is building. And don't you never think that everything you're doing is not being seen by the man above, because things are going to come your way. So don't you ever think that nothing is going your way. Keep in mind, in order to move forward, the negative got to move so the positive could come in. Anyway, that being said, I just want to share that message with you, and I want to let you know that I love you, and I want you to always keep in mind, your story is your story. You make sure if a person cannot let you tell your story, then they're not for you. Because as a friend, you need to have your story told. And all you need is somebody with a compassionate heart and sympathy eyes to just listen. That's all. Anyway, that being said, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Bye.